Well, Tyon Grant Foster has been a revelation for the GCU men's basketball team this year, leading the Lopes in scoring and one of the top scorers in the Western Athletic Conference as well. He's grateful to be here in Phoenix. He's also grateful just to be able to play basketball again. Just a couple years ago, there were two separate instances where he went unconscious. Doctors deduced that it was his heart, but he got a clean bill of health, cleared to play, and rehabbed his way back. He was away from the game for 16 months. GCU was one of the first programs to reach out to Tyon when he made his return to college basketball, and it has been a match made in heaven. And they're now looking ahead to the postseason and looking to seize opportunities, much like Tyon has done all season.
Longest time I've ever had to not be able to play basketball. My family, my mom, and the people I got around me really kept me sane and kept the faith. And I knew God was going to come through for me.
Tyon had previously played in the JUCO ranks and at Kansas and DePaul, but his time away from the game meant he had a new outlook on how he wanted to play basketball and live his life.
It didn't really hit me of the seriousness of the situation for a long time, for like a year and a half. Okay, yeah, it changed my perception and perspective a lot, just on life in general.
Lopes head coach Bryce Drew had to have 3 separate procedures on his heart when he was a player, giving Tyon a coach who knew what it took to get back to the court.
If you've walked in someone's footsteps, so to speak, in a certain way, I think you can understand them a little bit better and what they're going through. And you, if you're the other person, you listen maybe a little bit more because this person has kind of understood what I'm going through.
While he was cleared to play, the road to get back to basketball shape was long.
Getting back in shape was hard. It just took that leap of faith to really push myself and see. After that, I knew I was good.
I thought it might take some time to get into a game rhythm, but he pretty much stepped out game 1 and played like he'd been playing the last 2 years.
GCU was the right place at the right time for Tyon.
I think this school and even just this team, what we have going here, is no matter what you go through, we'll run through it with you. We'll go through fire with you. And with the adversities he's faced in his life, I think it's kind of cool to have, a family backing you that's more than just 1 or 2 people, but it's a whole school and it's a whole family.
He got to be himself. He got to be a main part of our team. He got to play a lot of minutes from day 1 and kind of play through stuff to get that rust out. They hadn't played in 2 years.
And Tyon was the exact player the Lopes were looking for. In his first year with GCU, he leads the Western Athletic Conference in scoring.
It's he's a very humble guy too, and so seeing his humility in all of it, it's a beautiful thing, and I think that's just his story, his process to lead him to his purpose. It's just been great to see. His story is so unique, and I think God's doing something amazing in his life.
The different appreciation you have for the game when you go through something like that, it's just every day that you get in the gym, you're going to be tired, but there was a point in time where I couldn't even go in the gym and be tired. So it's just that really matters.
And now Tyon and the Lopes are looking to get back to March Madness, and that starts in the WAC tournament this week.
In the tournament this year to really show that we're really one of those top teams and we can play with the best of them. So I feel everything is going the way that it should right now.